Hey guys, hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So this video is a GATE exclusive video, and in this video I'm going to take 5 questions from logical aptitude part of GATE exam. Now in GATE exam there is 15 marks of general aptitude which is asked, and out of those 15 questions, generally especially people from chemistry background, they ignore these 15 marks question, but these are actually very crucial, and I'll make a dedicated video on this as well. But for this particular video we'll discuss that how to solve 5 questions from logical aptitude. Out of those questions from 15 marks, there are certain questions which can be done just based upon applying your logic and just on the basis of understanding it. You don't have to apply any formula, you don't have to apply any calculation there, you just have to apply pure logic. So every year at least one question is asked from logical aptitude, and generally these questions are of 2 marks. So this you should never leave. You should always try to at least give it an attempt, give it a try, so that you get marks out of it. Okay, so in this video I'm going to take previous 5 years of GATE exam, starting from GATE 2017 to GATE 2021 onwards, and I'll be taking every year logical aptitude question, and at the end I will give you one question to solve for your practice as well. So now without wasting any time, let's continue with our video. Alright, so let's look upon this question. It says that 4 person P, Q, R and S are to be seated in a row, all facing in the same direction, but not necessarily in the same order. P and R cannot sit adjacent to each other. S should be seated to the right of Q. The number of distinct seating arrangement possible is. Now this was asked in GATE 2021. Now let us see that how you can do that. So there are 4 positions. So let me make 4 boxes. So this is the position, and let's say everyone is facing in this direction. Okay, so if you are facing in this direction, of course your right is going to be this and your left is going to be this, right? So this is going to be our way how we are going to understand for everything. So right side is this direction and left side is this direction. So the first thing is that P and R cannot be sit adjacent to each other, and S should be seated right to Q. So let's start. If I start putting P and R, let's say I don't want P and R to be seated adjacent to each other, so I can just leave a box and make this R seated here. So that's how P and R are not seated adjacent to each other. And also you want S to be seated right to the Q. So if Q is here, then S should be here. So you can see that S is on the right side, because if you draw the arrow, it's on the right side of Q. Now, can you have the different arrangement? Can you make S and Q here? No. In that case, S will go to the left side of Q. That's not allowed. Okay. So S should be seated right to the Q. That's not getting followed. And that's why this is not a proper or allowed arrangement. This is, so one method or one arrangement we got. Can we get few more? Yes, of course. How to get that? You just have to change you just have to switch the position of P and R, because P and R are only necessary that they should not sit together, but there is nothing like left or right among them. So let us make our Q and S seated the way they were sitting, and let's make R and P here. So you got 2 arrangements. Are there more number of arrangements possible? Yes, there are more arrangements possible as well. What I can do is I can make my Q sit here and S sit here. Now again, P and R can be made seated like this. Again, you can switch the position of P and R, and you are going to get Q and S as their own places, R and P like that. So you got 4 arrangements now till now. Can we have more number of arrangements? Yes, we can have. How to do that? Let's try to do it in this way. Let's say that let's try to make Q and S seated along together. So Q and S, okay, they are adjacent to each other. So can this is allowed like this? Is this a allowed way of sitting? No, it's not, right? Because P and R are coming adjacent to each other, right? So that you cannot do. So can we make Q and S to sit in the middle? So yes, you can do that. Q and S sitting just adjacent to each other, but P and R are sitting away from each other. And is S right to the Q? Yes. So both the points are checked, that yes, S is seated right to the Q, and P and R are not in the adjacent position. So yes, it is allowed like arrangement. Is there any other arrangement possible? So yes, of course, you just have to switch the positions of P and R. So P comes here, R goes there, Q and S remains at their own places. So these are the these are the six arrangements. So six arrangements you got, and that makes your correct answer. So option number C is correct. So you can understand that here I have not applied any formula, although this can be done through permutation and combination and all those things, but still you can simply do it by using pure logic. You don't have to apply any formula to solve this question, right? Let's take the next question. Alright, let's take this question. This was asked in GATE 2020 exam. Again, a very logical based question. It says find the missing element. So this is the missing element which you have to find, and a star is made where you have 5 and 9 and like you have T, H, X and all these things, right? So how to understand it? See, there are certain things which are given to you. You have to understand the relationship among them, right? So if you see, so just in front of just in front, you have 5 and you have 9. If you see the relationship between them, so it is like 5 plus 4 is equals to 9, right? So n can be 4 or it can be something that makes it 9. So there is only one way to reach from 9 from 5 is just by adding 4. Let's try to understand whether this same relationship holds between x and t or not. So you have t, u, v, w and x. So if you see, so you are actually adding 1, 2, 3 and 4 positions in t to get x. So if you are doing basically t plus 4, you will get x. You can also do it by writing down the positions uh, of the alphabet, like A is position 1, B is position 2, C is position 3. In the same way, T will come at position 20 and similarly. So you can do that also, but that is a tedious method to do it. You can simply do it like that, right? So T, and if you just count 4 more, so you will reach out to X, right? So we understood that this n basically represents, what does it represent? It represents plus 4. Okay, so plus 4 you have to do. If it is alphabet, add plus 4 more alphabets, and if it is a number, add 4 to that number. So if this is a alphabet H, so that means the alphabet which is missing will be either 4 alphabets like in after H, or it will be 4 alphabets before H, right? So that means if you have H, so it can be I, J, K and L. So either it can be L or it can be like G, F, E and D, or it can be D, because from H, these are the two alphabets which are 4 units away, right? So since in the option you don't have L, you have D in the option, that's why this will be D. So simply now the relationship of plus 4 holds here as well. So D plus 4 will give you H, D plus 4 will give you X, 5 plus 4 will give you 9. This is all based upon the relationship or the relative positions of the alphabets. Pretty simple and pretty straightforward, right? This was again asked for 2 marks in GATE 2020. Let's take the next question. Alright, so let's take this question. This was asked in GATE 2019 exam. It was based upon blood relationship. So again, it is quite confusing, but actually if you follow the text which is given to you, it becomes very easy. So it says that M and N had 4 children, P, Q, R and S. Of them, only P and R were married. They had children X and Y respectively. If Y is legitimate child of W, which one of the following statement is necessarily false? Okay, so you need to find out that which of these are necessarily false. Now we'll try to understand it, and we will not we will also understand that what is the gender of what. Then only we will be able to understand that whether someone is grandmother or mother or father or what. Okay, so let's say M and N got married, okay, and they had 4 children, P, Q, R and S. So let's write that down. So we have 4 children from M and N, and these are P, Q, R and S, right? They married, they had a children. Okay, P and R were married. Okay, so only P and R were married. So P was married to someone and R was married to someone. It is not said that who is with whom they are married, and it says that they had children X and Y respectively. Okay, so somebody got married to P and their children is, or their child is X, and somebody got married with R and their child is Y, right? it says that if y is legitimate child of w, that means y is already a child of r, and someone who actually got married to r, that person is the father or mother of this y. So that means y is legitimate child of r, and also it is given that y is legitimate child of w. That means here in the place of star I can actually write down w. So that makes this as okay. So R and W got married. Now which one of the following statement is necessarily false? First says that M is grandmother of Y. Now M is grandmother of Y. You cannot say that because there is nothing mentioned about the gender of M. M can be grandfather also, right? Fine. So it's not necessarily true, but it can be true. It can be M can be grandmother, right? Second says R is the father of Y. Okay. So R can be father of Y. It can be true because it is not mentioned that whether R is a male or female. So R can be father of Y also. Fine. C says that W is the wife of R. So if R is father of Y, then yes, W will be wife of R, right? Next is that W is the wife of P. This is not going to happen. Why? Because W is related to R, then only there, like both of them have a legitimate child as Y. So W cannot be related to P in any case. So the statement which is necessarily false is actually statement number D, where W cannot be related to P. So that's why. Others can be true, okay, they can be true, there are chances that they can be true, but there is not a single point of chance of W to be related with P. So that's why statement number D becomes necessarily false statement. So again, nothing to apply, no formula, no concept, just based upon the text or just based upon the values or just based upon whatever is given in the question, you can simply solve it. Let's take another question. All right, now this question is a pretty good one. It says that a set of 4 parallel lines intersect with another set of 5 parallel lines. How many parallelograms are formed? This is based upon formula, and this is based upon a concept called as permutation and combination. PNC, that's what it is called generally. Permutation and combination, that's the concept. Now, to understand it, you can either try to make it, okay, people tried also in exam, I'll tell you this thing. So 4 parallel lines and intersecting with 5 parallel lines, but now it becomes very difficult to count, okay, you cannot count, it becomes very difficult to count the digits and come up with the correct answer, but I'll tell you how to do this. Just understand that if a parallelogram is formed, let's say we are looking upon this parallelogram, one of the parallelogram. For this parallelogram, 2 lines are coming from the set of these 4 lines, and 2 lines are coming from the set of these 5 lines, right? So these 4 lines are contributing to the 2 lines of the parallelogram, and the set of 5 lines is contributing to the set of again 2 parallelograms, and that 2 plus 2 lines or 4 sides make a parallelogram, right? Parallelogram. Now, to understand this, that in how many ways these 4 lines can be arranged into 2 lines, there is a single basic formula of combination that gives you 4C2. That means 4 total lines can be arranged in 2 places, and if they are indistinguishable, means you cannot distinguish among those 4 lines, right? So that's how it goes. And then 5 lines again to be distributed or to be arranged in 2 ways, that is 5C2. All right. Now, since both these values will form a parallelogram, so both these are needed, or in technical terms, they are called as dependent, like dependent variables. So in that case, you have to multiply them. Okay. So you don't have to add, actually you have to multiply them. If let's say only this was sufficient to make the parallelogram and this was sufficient to make the parallelogram, then you would have added them. Independent events, that is called, and here they are dependent on each other, so that's why it is called dependent events. So let's write down the formula. So you know 4c, so the formula for NCR is n factorial upon r factorial and n minus r factorial. Similarly, 4c2 will be 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial and into 4 minus 2 factorial. multiplied by 5c2 will be again like 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial and 5 minus 2 factorial. So this whole thing will become 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial and multiplied by 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 3 factorial, right? Let's write down the values to solve them. So 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 into 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial can be written as 2 into 1 into 2 factorial, right? Multiplied by 5 can be written as 5 into 4 into 3 factorial and divided by 2 into 1 into 3 factorial. Now you can simply cancel out this and you can simply cancel out this. 2 times is 4, so you can cancel out this. What you are going to get is 3 into 5 into 4. 3 5 times is 15, 15 4 times is 6. So the correct answer comes out to be 6. So this was actually based upon formula, but still there are people who have counted it and done it, but that is a tedious way, or that's a longer method to do it. But yes, that's how it will be done. It was a very good question, and actually these things are taught in class 12th or class 11th mathematics. So that's why I thought to take it, but fine. Let's take the next question. Okay, the next question is again a very like interesting one. It says that S, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z are seated around a circular table. T's neighbor are Y and V. Z is seated third to the left of T and second to the right of S. U's neighbor are S and Y, and T and W are not seated opposite to each other. Who is third to the left of V? So let's try to do it. Alright, so to solve this question, first of all, we need a big circular table. And since we have how many things to arrange? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let's make 8 positions here. So 8 positions can be created something like this. Right? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positions, and we will fix few things. That means if we go in the clockwise direction, we will call it as right side movement, and if we go in the anti-clockwise direction, we will call it as left side movement. Okay, that will make things easier for us to do. Now let's try to do it. So it says that T's neighbor are Y and V. So let's say T is sitting here, right? So his neighbor are Y and V. So Y can be here and V can be here. Alternatively, there is one more possibility. Let me just quickly make it. So if I have again the same circular table and with same 8 positions to sit, so I can make my T sit here and Y and V in the reverse position. Why I am doing so? Because both are the possibilities, right? So let's make it. Next it says that Z is seated third to the left of T. So left means anti-clockwise. Third means 1, 2, 3. So third to the left is Z. Okay. So third to the left is Z, and also it says and second to the right of S means if you have S here, so for S it should be clockwise. Okay. Second to the right means S should be here, then only to the right. Right means you are going in the clockwise. So for the S it should be 1 and 2. Second to the S. Okay. So Z and S are now sitting here. Now according to this arrangement, it will be like Z will come here and again S will come here itself. Alright, the next thing says that U's neighbors are S and Y. So now you cannot have this arrangement. See, you cannot make U seated here and make S and Y as its neighbor there. So that means this arrangement is not possible. That's why we made both the possibility from the starting itself. Here you can simply make your U to be seated, and now it is justified that U's neighbor are S and Y. S and Y are neighbor of U. T and W are not seated opposite to each other. T and W are not seated here. So now if W cannot sit here, so then any other position where W can sit, so that is this. So W can come here. Now who is left out? So we have S, T, U, V, W, X is not sitting, right? So that means the final position of X is this, and this is not correct. We have just got it from this line. U's neighbor are X and Y. Now it is said ki T and W are not seated opposite to each other. Fine, that's not happening. Now it says who is third to the left of V. So this is V, and this is the left side. Third to the left means 1, 2 and 3. Who is third to the left of V? It's X. That's how option number A becomes your correct choice. See, again, no calculation, nothing. You just have to apply pure logic to solve this question. So these were 5 questions from GATE previous year general aptitude. I thought to share with you guys just to make awareness that general aptitude is not at all difficult. It's very easy. Just have to spend a little bit of time, and in GATE exam you have enough time for questions to read and to solve them. Just a bonus question just for you guys as a homework or for you guys to solve it. It says that a triangle is given to, or a letter is written over here, triangle, and this is y-axis and this is x-axis. It says the mirror image of the above text is about the x-axis. So consider this x-axis as the mirror of this. Now in the mirror, how this letter is going to look like? Again, pure logic you have to apply to do this question. This was asked in GATE 2021. I hope you guys will be able to do. I want your answers in the comment sections. Okay, so try to answer in the comment section. I'll be looking forward for your answers over there. So that's it from my side for this particular video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will try to make more videos if you guys will suggest on general aptitude part for the GATE exam. For this video, that's all from my side. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye. Hey guys, so I teach live on Unacademy Plus platform. Here I teach for the CSI UGC NET category, and you can follow me over here for regular classes. You can access my free classes as well as my paid classes on this particular platform. The classes which are free, you can get that under the section of special classes, whereas in order to access my paid classes, paid live classes, you have to take Unacademy Plus subscription. So do make sure that you take the Unacademy Plus subscription to access all my paid classes, which are quite organized. The whole syllabus is being completed over there, and the classes are quite regular over there. So make sure that you take Unacademy Plus subscription by using my referral code, that is N_Huda. That's it for this. Thank you so much.